Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your mindfulness meditation on Friday, June the 25th. We are settling in on this very dark, rainy, maybe coolish kind of Friday. It is perfect for meditation. That's how I'm looking at it as I move into the day. Because here in Northern Ontario, here in New Liskeard where I am, it is going to be a little bit of a rainy and a dark weekend. And again, as we look at the silver lining, it is an opportunity to do some things that perhaps we have put off our list for a little bit. Not doing them in a big rush, putting some music on, listening to a podcast, and just enjoying a different opportunity of a couple of days of rain. And from a nature perspective, we absolutely need this as well. So as you're coming on, if you do get an opportunity just to write me a little note saying hi or however that works for you, just so I know. Thank you, Mom. Yes, just so I know that I am live and running. Facebook has been very strange lately. And actually on that note, for our meditation this morning, this actually had nothing to do with Facebook Live on Wednesday, but I did want to do a session on nose breathing in the Wellness Wisdom Wednesday live. But it was just crazy. The doorbell was ringing not just once, but 3 times, and Jammers was going crazy. So what I thought I would do, because it works so well, of course, it is pranayama. It works really well with our meditation. It is the foundation of our meditation. Our breath is the focus of our meditation. And so this opportunity to work on our nose breathing, and I say work on because it is a very simple concept. Breathe in and out through your nose, but it is not easy because of the fact it is a habit. Mouth breathing becomes a habit, and it takes a fair bit of focus and concentration throughout your day to notice that you are no longer breathing in and or out through your nose, but you are mouth breathing. I mean, simply the act in the morning of just getting ready and doing your hair and your makeup. Try putting mascara on, keeping your mouth closed, and doing nose breathing. It is astounding. And I've been playing with this, of course, in the last few weeks. And I'm a big nose breather. Like, I'm a fan, and I know the importance of it. But then all of a sudden, the habits, and I'm also a habit obsessed with habits. So how nose breathing is related to our habits, it's actually pretty astounding. So if you're with me to play with this, and I know some of you are, I see Vicky coming on and Solange coming on. I know that you like to dig into these health tools that are literally at our nose tip, at our fingertips, that yes, it takes a little bit to play with, but a huge, the results and what comes back to us, huge. So I do want to just take a moment as people are coming on this morning. This book, Body, Mind, and Sport, published in the 1990s by a doctor of Ayurvedic medicine. One of his biggest focuses in this book is nose breathing. And particularly when we are exercising. So whether or not we're out for a walk that's a little bit more vigorous, or even just a moderate walk, the benefits of keeping your mouth closed and breathing in and out through your nose for your health, for your nervous system, for your oxygen uptake, for your performance, and all the benefits coming from that walk. It does not have to be a run. Huge. Now, when we also think about the fact that hopefully we'll be taking our masks off, this protection right here becomes that much more important. And if there's anything that you can kind of think about of the importance of nose breathing, it is right now probably more important than, well, certainly in my lifetime that I'm thinking about. That my nose breathing, keeping my mouth shut, that's hard for me to do, and breathing through the nose becomes protection, becomes relaxation for the nervous system, and improves our health. So just before we settle in with our meditation, and as you know, our mindfulness meditation, the focus is always on the breath. We're simply going to focus on the aspects of our nose. So before we do come into this, again, you can be rolling your shoulders, you could be doing some cat poses, you could be stretched out on the floor right now just for the next couple of minutes and just kind of preparing to sit. So this is inside the nose, and there's so much, but I just want to read this section. So an analysis of the anatomy of the nose leaves no question that it is the primary breathing apparatus for humans. Inside, it is made up of turbinates or ridges, which act as turbines to swirl the air into a refined stream most suitable for oxygen exchange. The entire passageway is lined with a protective mucus-producing membrane to keep it moist and ward off infection. With mouth breathing, the mucous membranes in the throat dry out, increasing the risk of irritation and infection. The mucous membranes work together with small hair-like cilia to clean, filter, and prepare the air for maximum oxygenation. The air is warmed, cooled, or moistened, depending on the conditions, by the highly sophisticated design of the nasal passage. The mouth, on the other hand, is the more direct emergency route. It bypasses all of the preliminary phases, and the cold, dry, unfiltered air is allowed to enter directly into the lungs. This is risky business. And remember, like this was in the 1990s that he was focused on nose breathing. And Ayurvedically, it goes back probably the full history of Ayurveda. So if the air is directly going into the lungs, this is risky business, and is therefore reserved only for emergencies. Okay, as with in the situation of being overcongested, he was talking about how babies were, how they're mouth breathers we're all mouth breathers as we start, and then conditions come up. Surgeries, issues, congestion, colds, all of that start to bring us into the habit of mouth breathing. So if you simply think about the act of when we are startled or when we are stressed, we go, right? We draw in through the mouth. This is a survival, this is a stress reaction. But the coolest thing, because I know what you're probably thinking before we settle into our meditation, is that, I breathe in and out through my nose. I don't use my mouth. Have a go at it, everyone. In your meditation right now, this is going to be easier. But as you move through your day and you do your hair and you get ready and you go out and you go for walks and you're doing the dishes and you're sitting at your computer, notice if your mouth is open. Close your mouth and feel the air coming in and out through your nose. Life-changing. I'm still working on it. So from here, settle on in. You can be seated in any position that's comfortable. A little bit of thunder coming into our meditation this morning. You can rest your hands on your lap. You can rest them in a mudra position. And lightly close your eyes. And to know that your mouth is lightly closed, if you rest a smile, think about that internal or external smile, keeps your mouth gently and lightly closed. And just starting to feel the lightness of the air around your nose. This will be the focus of our mindfulness meditation, is the breath coming in through the nose. You don't have to take a bigger breath in or out. You're simply watching and feeling and noticing what's already happening or how you're already breathing. Now you can still think about relaxing around your cheekbones and your jaw and your throat. Your eyes and your ears. And just noticing sometimes you'll have the sensation that you need to open your mouth to get more air. Just notice that, and if you do have to do that, you just go ahead, just mental note. And as much as mindfulness meditation is training to strengthen our brain, nose breathing, as we keep our mouth gently closed, strengthens the connection, the pathway of air down to our lungs. And that as we continue to practice keeping the mouth closed, it is like training our system. Getting so many benefits from this morning. can even focus on the little cilia. Imagine the cleaning, the filtering of the air coming in, noticing if it's cool as it's coming in. The temperature changes. You might even notice the moistness in your mouth. Notice the connection now between the air coming in through your nose, a pathway down into your lungs. Noticing the response of your abdomen, belly breathing. That lightness around your mouth, the curiosity, the playfulness. The aha moments. Noticing if the air is coming in equally through both nostrils. Is it shifting? Is it staying in more than one? Or staying longer in one nostril compared to the other? Noticing all of the aspects. The characteristics of the breath, the air coming in. as we begin to transition slowly, just in the spirit of curiosity, exploration. If you're comfortable, now just noticing the difference. Just open your mouth and start to breathe in through your mouth. Notice where that breath goes. Notice your neck, your throat, your chest. You can inhale and exhale through your mouth, and just not forcing, just out of interest. Take a few breaths. If you're comfortable doing this, notice the difference. Notice the difference in your chest, your belly, your nose, your throat. And when you're ready, just close your mouth again. Return for a couple of breaths back to inhaling and exhaling through your nose, just long enough to notice the difference. Notice the belly, notice the feeling. Just to give you a little motivation to continue to play with this today, the rest of the weekend, and the rest of your life, really. So if you haven't already opened your eyes, starting to, and bring your attention back. When we play with the breath too, just a reminder that this feeling sometimes of wanting to take some makeup breaths, some resetting breaths, all very natural, very normal. And again, for some of you, as we went through this practice today, you would say, oh, that's easy peasy. I always inhale and exhale through my nose. For others, you might have said, oh, interesting. I didn't realize that I shift back and forth between nose breathing and mouth breathing. If you're congested, right, it's very difficult. Sinus rinses and or neti pot all year round, really. I used to say and it still is very seasonal, definitely. But from a nose breathing standpoint, if there is congestion, then the sinus rinse and the neti pot is just a daily part of your daily habit and health routine. So if you didn't notice too, in the muscles, it changes in all of the muscles and the connection of our nose to our diaphragm, so the strengthening of our diaphragm. So if you are up for this, to play with this, at least for today, I would love, love, love to hear your discoveries, and even after this morning right now as we did this. And so from a meditation standpoint, nose breathing allows us to go deeper into our meditation. And we were playing a little bit up here, just noticing. But know that in your meditation, you can go deeper and deeper and deeper as you get more comfortable with inhaling and exhaling through your nose. So thank you so much for playing today. Happy nose breathing. And as we bring our hands together, namaste. Namaste, everyone. Enjoy the weekend. And again, if we're inside more, we are going about our activities, doing our nose breathing, and we're going to get more done too. Guaranteed. Enjoy. We'll see you next week. You're welcome, everyone.